tropical disturbance is turning in the Gulf just to our east, but will it impact weather here in Houston?
Meteorologist Caroline Brown joining us now to explain. Caroline.
Well, I'll tell you what, we've been getting good news as we've gone through the last 24 hours. In fact, the Hurricane Center now reducing our chance, only a low chance of tropical development. They're saying 30%. I'm thinking it's closer to 0. This system moving to the west at about 10 miles per hour, nearly onshore in Louisiana. Depression or tropical storm. However, we're still going to be dealing with tropical moisture that can lead to some pretty heavy downpours. Flood watches still in place for all of southern Louisiana. You can see heavy downpours, but here at home, we've not seen a whole lot of activity. In fact, we won't see much activity until we head into the afternoon. You can expect to see a bit more cloud cover out there, some showers streaming in from the east. And then as we go into the day tomorrow, rain chances will start to ramp up. Now, primarily going to be for areas to the east of I-45, but no longer looking to be a heavy deluge. Instead, scattered showers moving in from the east. Think of it more as a drizzle, mist, overcast day with rain showers and warm, humid conditions. Andy, Lisa, Friday still not looking lovely, but thankfully our flood.
That is certainly good news, Caroline. Thank you. The tropical disturbance out in the Gulf for days now. It seems like it's just kind of hanging out there.
It's just kind of hanging out, and thank goodness for that, because as it's just hanging out, it has not been developing. It's been pushing its way over land. So very soon, this system is totally going to dissipate. Let me show you what I'm talking about. You can see that's now reduced to a 30% chance of development, a low chance of seeing a tropical depression or storm. Now, we do expect an update from the Hurricane Center actually within the next 10 to 20 minutes. I suspect they're going to either keep it the same or they're going to reduce the chances. That's because this system, the center, has already pushed its way into southeast Louisiana, and without the water, it does not have a chance for development. As for what we're seeing here in Houston, well, we're already seeing impacts from this, mainly going to be the cloud cover. You can see we've got overcast skies from southeast Louisiana through Houston. So as we go through the next several days, you're going to be seeing mostly cloudy conditions, not a whole lot of sunshine because of this tropical disturbance. As for what they're seeing in Louisiana, they continue to see showers and storms push their way onshore. Right now, they've got a flood watch still in place, but they've reduced the amount of rainfall because the system unable to develop into anything tropical. Flash flood risk very much still a concern, including for coastal areas of Louisiana. That's a moderate risk. Here in Houston, that risk has been shifted further towards the east. It's really going to be areas like Chambers County and far southern Liberty County that does have the possibility of some heavier rainfall today. Otherwise, most of us aren't going to be seeing the bulk of this. Future Track is going to show you that system trying to bring some of those storms as early as 7 a.m. tomorrow morning, mainly for our far eastern locations. Those showers moving through the Houston area. I think it's going to be pretty overcast, gross day. Overcast skies, light rain showers pushing onshore. Also, we're going to be seeing warm temperatures. So hot, sticky, and a bit drizzly as well. You can see most of the rain chances are going to be to the east, but our far northern areas, we're talking Lake Livingston, Polk County, Trinity, that's where we can also see some of the heavier downpours. Rainfall accumulation still not showing any significant totals here in Houston, but the further east you go, the higher rainfall accumulations you can expect. Coastal areas of Louisiana can see potentially 5 to 8 inches of rain. Now, as we head into the day tomorrow, that flood risk is going to be extended slightly, but still only a level 1 on a scale of 4. So I would plan on a bit of extra time for that morning commute and evening commute. But when it comes to plans, if you've got a wedding, a party, a birthday party, a sporting event, don't cancel them because this rain is really looking less and less likely. A live look from our Fred Haas Toyota World camera. You can see we've got overcast skies overhead today. This will be staying with us through the next several days. days. Temperatures and the mid to upper 80s. Factor in that humidity, feeling more like the 90s right now. 100 in Katy, 93 here in Houston. That's what it feels like. So feeling better than the last several days because we're not tracking that sunshine. Today we're not quite as hot as we have been.
Silver lining. We'll take
we'll
that.
take it. Thanks, Caroline. Still to come here at noon. Back to school.
Time being, but rain, Caroline, not really out of the question.
Not out of the question, and it's a tropical rain, which means if the heavy rain moves in, it can really come down fast. That's something we're going to be tracking extremely close today. We're already starting to see impacts from that system, mainly just the overcast skies. I'm not anticipating sunshine until likely on Saturday, so cloudy conditions here to stay. That's a live look from our Fred Haas Toyota World camera. You'll notice temperature-wise not as warm as we have been because of those overcast conditions. Mid to upper 80s, 85 right now in Tomball, 87 out in Sugar Land. Factor in the humidity, feeling a touch warmer, but nothing we can't handle. Certainly a lot cooler than what we've had the last 2 days. Now, if you are a big gardener, not a bad idea to get out and do it now before the rain chances move in. We've got mostly cloudy skies through the afternoon. Temperatures are going to be able to warm up into the lower and mid 90s. Now, tomorrow, rain chances are going to be at the highest. We've got tropical downpours possible, especially for areas to the east of I-45. Saturday, still a 30% chance of storms, and really any moment. We are anticipating an update from the National Hurricane Center. Lisa, Andy, we're hoping I can bring that to you coming up in about 15 minutes.
See you then, Caroline. Thank you. We are
Disturbance in the Gulf. Meteorologist Caroline Brown joining us now with that.
That's right. The Hurricane Center just dropped their newest update. Officially, we are only now seeing a 10% chance of development. This is incredibly encouraging news. We are not going to see Dexter with this. I do not expect a tropical depression or a tropical storm. Neither does the National Hurricane Center. Over the last 36 hours, it went from a 40% chance. This morning, it dropped to a 30% chance. Now it's down to a 10% chance. And that's because the center of the circulation has pushed its way into south and east Louisiana. As it moves over land, it's not going to have enough to be able to develop into anything. In fact, visible satellite is showing any center of circulation is over land right now. Pretty soon, this will be pulled to the north. As for us here in Houston, this is great news for us. Rain chances are decreasing. Flood chances are decreasing. However, I do want to say it's still going to be a pretty drab day tomorrow. We've got overcast skies spilling into southeast Texas. I'm not anticipating any beautiful sunshine anytime soon. In fact, right now, overcast skies in place. It's warm. It's humid. Some sprinkles are going to be possible as well. Storm Tracker 2 radar showing heavy rainfall possible for portions of south central Louisiana. They still do have a flood watch in place, and tropical rains are going to be possible. But for us here, it's just looking less likely. Today, we do have a low chance of seeing flooding. That's mainly going to be for our far eastern coastal communities. We're talking Chambers County. Future Track is going to show the heaviest of the rain in Louisiana, but by this afternoon, some showers can be pushing through the area, so roads might be wet, not expecting anything particularly heavy. And then into tomorrow morning, perhaps plan on a bit of extra time for driving, 7 a.m. Some of those showers are going to be moving in. Most of that activity is going to be on the east side, so if you're in Columbus, Katy, Brenham, College Station, looking less likely that you're going to be seeing anything. But on the east side of town, especially out towards Chambers, Liberty, up towards Polk County, Lake Livingston, that's where you're going to have the higher rain chances on Friday. Otherwise, mostly cloudy skies, scattered sprinkles are going to be possible. Not going to be the most beautiful day, both on Friday and on Saturday. Rainfall accumulation not looking too heavy here in Houston, but for areas off to the east, it's certainly possible portions of Chambers County, 1 to 2 inches, not out of the question. The heaviest of the rain is forecast to fall in Louisiana, but even Louisiana, rainfall forecast has been plummeting. Certainly good news. We don't want to be seeing flooding out there. Flash flood risk tomorrow is going to still include the Houston area. You can see it includes all the way down towards Brazoria County, a level 1 on a scale of 4. So stay weather aware. Please be careful. Plan on extra time on the roads. Don't drive into any flooded roadways. but then after we get through Saturday, things will start to change. So right now it is cloudy out there. It is warm and humid. Temperatures in the mid 80s. Factor in the humidity, feeling like the lower 90s. As we head through the afternoon, it's going to be cloudy with isolated.
Meteorologist Caroline Brown joining us. So what does this mean for us in terms of our weather?
It means we're not going to have as disruptive of thunderstorms and showers. In fact, we are going to have impacts, but most of them more minimal. Tropical weather outlook has been decreasing. Yesterday was 40%. This morning was 30%. Now the National Hurricane Center has bumped it down to only a 10% chance of development. Their next update coming later this evening, I would bet they're going to say there is no chance of development. The center of the circulation has moved overland and it's ran out of time, quite frankly. Now, we do have impacts from this. You'll notice outside we've got overcast skies. This is stemming from that system in southern Louisiana, which means it's actually a much cooler day out there. A live look from our Fred Haas Toyota World Center camera. You can see we've got overcast skies, conditions not quite as warm as they have been. Now, we're not cool, but yesterday we were seeing temperatures around 95 degrees. Right now, about 5 degrees cooler. We're 88 in Tomball, 90 here in Houston. Factor in the humidity, and it feels like the mid to upper 90s. So a hot afternoon, but not as warm as we have been as we go through the evening tonight. Mostly cloudy conditions. Rain chances still going to be increasing tomorrow, but Lisa, Andy, I've got more on our full forecast coming up.
We'll see you in a bit for that, Caroline. Thanks, Caroline Brown.
Yes.
Talking about the update as you watch the tropics and what happened over Florida.
I mean, definitely good news here. This is what we were hoping. It was trending towards land, which means for us, really going to reduce any chance of flooding. I don't expect to see any flooding, quite frankly.
Good.
It's going to be a little drab. It's going to be dreary, but at least it's not going to be dangerous. Let's talk about our forecast because things have been trending better. The National Hurricane Center still has a 10% chance of tropical development, but I'll tell you what, I fully expect either the next update or the subsequent, they're going to say that we're not forecasting any tropical development with this system. It's moved over land, and quite frankly, that means it's run out of time. Storm Tracker 2 is going to show a flood watch still in place across Louisiana. You can see heavy thunderstorms have been impacting them, but here in southeast Texas, we have not been seeing a whole lot at all. In fact, our only impact has been this cloud cover that's pushed its way from Louisiana. So we are going to be a bit cloudy. You are going to notice overcast skies. That's going to be a direct impact from this system. Future Track is going to show those showers and storms primarily over Louisiana. Here in Houston, we can see some light rain showers possible, but nothing too heavy. In fact, waking up tomorrow morning, I don't think we're going to see any big impacts on the ride to work or school. We're only going to be seeing some light rain showers out there. Now, the further east you go, the higher likelihood it is that you can see a more moderate downpour. The rest of us just drizzle, sprinkle, mist, overcast conditions. Flash flood risk tomorrow is still going to be in place for portions of southeast Texas, but mainly our far eastern areas. We're talking Chambers County up through Liberty County, even up through Polk, Houston, Trinity County, Lake Livingston. That's where you can see a slightly heavier downpour. The rest of us, it's just going to be cloudy, a little bit misty, still warm and humid though. In fact, today we've had plenty of cloud cover. Temperatures were still able to reach the upper 80s and the lower 90s. Right now, 90 degrees here in Houston, 91 in Katy. Factor in that humidity, feeling like the mid to upper 90s. So a warm day, kind of an icky day out there. Now, we're not going to be seeing this for too long. Tomorrow and
Could impact what's happening here.
Meteorologist Caroline Brown joining us now with what we can expect.
I'll tell you what, so far we have not seen a whole lot of anything with this system. It has brought extra cloud cover, but you can see the rain showers only reaching as far west as Beaumont. Most of that activity has been impacting south central Louisiana, where they currently have flash flood warnings and flash flood watches. Now, here in southeast Texas, we're really only seeing that cloud deck associated with it. And as we go through the overnight hours, I'm anticipating our cloud cover to really really start to thicken up. That's going to reduce our chances of cooling down efficiently tonight. In fact, this is a live look outside from our Houston area Chevy dealer's camera. You can see we've got overcast skies, but despite the overcast skies, we still are warm today. Not going to be as hot as we have been. We're about 5 degrees cooler, but right now 88 to 91 degrees. Currently 87 up in Livingston, 89 down in Galveston. Factor in that humidity, feeling just a bit warmer, 97 here in Houston. But thankfully, as we go through the next few days, we're going to continue to enjoy slightly cooler weather. But Andy, Lisa, more on that full forecast coming up.
Caroline, thank you.
I think it is such a relief for everybody, but also a good reminder that we are very much in hurricane season. Every single week you need to pay attention to the forecast, especially when we talk about the tropics. And don't worry, even when it's quiet, we're still going to mention the tropics just to say we don't even have to worry that week. So let's talk about what's happening out there, because it's still just at a 10% chance of development. Once we get to the 6 p.m. update tonight, I fully expect the National Hurricane Center to drop that to a 0% chance of development. The issue is that this is pushed over land without that water interaction. You cannot see enough to really form a system. Visible satellites showing that cloud cover has extended into southeast Texas, and as we go through the overnight hours, I fully expect that cloud cover to stay with us. So tomorrow, once again, going to be cloudy. The question is, how much rainfall will we see? As for Louisiana, they've still got a flood watch in place. You can see flash flood warnings, storm advisories. So far, all of that stayed in Louisiana. We've only seen a few light showers out towards Beaumont, and then here in southeast Texas, we've stayed dry today. Now, as we go through the overnight hours, we are going to see the possibility of some showers scooting into the Houston area. Nothing too heavy, but your highest chance of seeing heavier rainfall, that's going to be on our far eastern counties here. You'll notice scattered showers through the day, so roads could be a bit wet. You may want to plan on a smidge of extra time, but it's not going to be that torrential downpour that we were previously forecasting. By 4 o'clock tomorrow, just isolated showers and storms. And then as we head into Saturday, once again, we'll have rain chances, primarily going to be in the morning. So our flash flood risk tomorrow, mainly going to be for areas to the east of I-45, Chambers County, Liberty, continuing up through Livingston, Polk County, Trinity, Houston County. Just give yourself a bit of extra time. Be weather aware. Over the next 3 days, you're going to see cloud cover staying with us. Saturday by the afternoon, I do expect the sunshine to come out, but when the sun comes out, that's when our temperatures really start to heat up. By Sunday, 94 degrees. You can see into next week, we're going to see plenty